All right, currently you're watching video E5.p1-11, which is Reasons for the Seasons, reading 12. Okay, the learning target for today is E5.p1b, which is Explain the Primary Cause for Seasons. So this will be your final kind of wrap-up summary regarding as to why seasons exist and why we have them here on Earth. Okay, so what you'll do is you'll start by simply doing a quick reading and reflecting on reasons for the seasons from reading 12. And once you have completed reading 12, there are two questions which are located in the space below. Question number 1, which is asking you to correctly identify where the seasons are for the northern hemisphere and for the southern hemisphere. So when you look at the number, say number 1 right here, northern hemisphere season would be, and then what would be the southern hemisphere season for number 1. Then 2, what's the northern and what's the southern hemisphere season, 3, and then 4. Then the last part is, question number 2, explain why direct, aka perpendicular, lines of light are more efficient at heating than indirect, which would be the slanted lines as they come in and hit Earth. Okay? So those are your two questions. The actual reading piece is right here, Reasons for Seasons, reading 12. As you'll see, as you're kind of going through this, the information is pretty well laid out. Talks about the way Earth is revolving. Again, revolving, going around circles, around something else. Rotating would be if it's on its own axis and it's spinning on its own axis. But this case, we're talking about it revolving and moving around some other object, and the object is the sun for this matter. All right, so it talks about the actual way in which it revolves around the sun. It'll talk about why certain places have different temperatures, and it has to do again with, as you probably have already learned, the tilt of Earth's axis and whether or not we're receiving direct sunlight or indirect sunlight in the northern or in the southern hemisphere to determine what season we are in. And again, talking about the use of a flashlight, which you used in one of your labs. Talking about direct sunlight, which would be in this diagram, and then indirect sunlight, which will be in this diagram right here. All right. So as you're reading through this, you want to be thinking about what are the causes of seasons? Why do we have them? Talking about direct and indirect sunlight, and then while you're doing that, be thinking about what season each part of the northern and southern hemisphere are in, depending on where the Earth is located as it revolves around the sun. Okay? If you have questions, let us know.